We'll begin in a simple cross-legged position. Cross the shins at the midline, flexing the feet. Sit tall and roll the shoulders down the back. Bring the hands to rest in a comfortable position on the knees or the thighs. Throughout this practice, we'll be using the yogic breath, or Ujjayi Pranayama, to increase blood flow to the muscles and connective tissue, as well as calm the mind. Simply keep the mouth closed, inhaling and exhaling only through the nose. You'll slightly constrict the base of the throat and pull the breath in over the back of the throat so you hear a gentle, hollow sound as the air drags over the vocal cords. Sounds like waves of the ocean rolling in and out. Slight pause at the end of the inhale and slight pause at the end of the exhale. Inhaling and exhaling only through the nose. Imagine that you're breathing in and out through the base of the throat and not just the nose. So let's try it together. Close the mouth. Bring the tongue to the roof of the mouth right behind the front teeth. Take an inhale over the back of the throat. Hear the hollowness over the back of the throat, filling the lungs completely, and exhaling in the same way out through the nose, gently pressing the breath through the back of the throat. Almost sounds like Darth Vader pulling the air in and out. One more time. Feel the whole rib cage expand, inhaling. Slight pause, and exhaling. Last one. Inhale, fill the back of the lungs, expanding under the shoulder blades. Exhale. Slight pause. Good. So we'll transition slowly to a standing forward bend. Come up to the top of your mat, separate the feet hip distance, and gently fold forward. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Lift the toes out, spread the toes, and then let the toes float back down as you spread across the balls of the feet. Relax the head and the neck completely and take hold of the opposite elbows, releasing gently through the spine. Let the head and the neck dangle here, one vertebrae at a time, melting down, inhaling and exhaling Ujjayi Pranayama. Pulling up through the soles of the feet, release the arms down and bring the hands behind the back. Interlace the fingers. Take a full inhale, peel the chest open as the arms reach up and overhead. And exhale, you might fold a little bit deeper here. Gently turning the head side to side, and then nodding the head all the way up and all the way down. Take one more inhale, and gently release the arms down to the floor as you exhale. Slowly bring the hands to the shins. Inhale, draw the heart forward, shoulders away from the ears. And exhale, fold forward, empty the head and the neck completely, Uttanasana. Again, inhale, hands to the shins, drawing the heart forward, elongate the spine, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward, empty the head and the neck, beginning to increase the synovial spinal fluid to create more openness in the spine. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward. Bend the knees, draw the navel in, and very slowly rounding up one vertebrae at a time, gently shaking it out as you go. When you get to the top, inhale, reach the arms up, palms come together at the top, and hands to the heart, exhale. Pause here, relax the shoulders, close the eyes, bow the head to your fingertips. Take a moment to set your personal intention, or sankalpa. Today, focusing on flexibility, but not just physical flexibility. Ask yourself in your life, where could you become more flexible? What relationship or attitude could you soften? How could you become more flexible or compassionate with yourself? Together, taking one sound of Om, gently inhaling. Inhale, circle the arms up, reach tall. Hinge at the hips, swan dive, fold forward. Inhale onto the fingertips, draw the heart forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step the left foot back, runner's lunge. Optional, you can drop the left knee down to the floor. So you're up on the fingertips. Inhale, coil the chest again, a little arching into that upper back. Exhale, round, pressing through the ball of the front foot. Again, inhale, coil the chest open, really opening the full length of the spine. Exhale, one more. Inhale, coil the chest open. And drop the back knee to the floor if you haven't already. Interlace the fingers on the top of the right thigh. Press down through the palms, drawing the shoulder blades down the back and zipping the navel center in and up. And keep the right hip pulling straight back so the hips are square. And lifting through the lower belly. Feel the navel center turn on here. Squeezing the hips together like they're in a vice grip. Let the hips melt down a little further so you're getting into the top of that left thigh and psoas muscle. If it's comfortable for you, you can let the back toes go to the floor. If you're unsteady, you can walk the front foot over to the right so the feet and knees are a little wider apart. Take it a little deeper, pressing through the hips, but keep the navel lifting in and up. It's crucial to release the hip flexor, the front of the thigh, and the psoas because they're normally contracted from sitting at a desk, computer, or driving all day. Inhale from here, extend the arms straight up overhead for a dynamic stretch to open the shoulder joints. Set the gaze on one point in front of you to help with your focus. Lift up out of the waist, and as you exhale, roll the arms behind you. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, roll it around. And last one, inhale, arms up. Exhale, release the hands down to the floor. Stay up on the fingertips, or you can bring the hands to the blocks if you need to. Slowly draw that right leg back to your own degree for Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. Some of you will have the right knee slightly bent, and some of you may straighten it out all the way. We'll take a dynamic stretch to come into this pose to ensure that you don't hyperextend the knee or hamstring here. Pull both sit bones straight back. Draw the right hip back behind you, toes pull towards you. On an inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, reaching out through the heart, gently roll down. And two more times, the baby vinyasa. Vinyasa just means to link the breath and the movement. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, reaching out and fold one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, extend through the spine, heart forward towards the toes. Reach out as you exhale. See if you can draw a little longer, relaxing the head and the neck, and hold it here. Focus on drawing that right sit bone back behind you as you press gently through the right inner heel and pull the right toes back towards you. Good. Focusing on deep inhales and exhales. Send the breath all the way up and down the back of the right leg. Take one more inhale. Melting it a little bit deeper as you exhale. And slowly rise. Notice you're moving on the breath. Bend the right knee. Press into the right foot. If you need to, baby hop the left foot forward slightly. Push off the right foot. Inhale, reach the spine forward. And as you exhale, fold down over that right leg. Gradually begin to lift the left leg a little bit higher, walking the chest a little closer to that right thigh. Take an inhale, left leg extending up, spread the toes. As you exhale, pull the crown of the head down towards the floor, walking the hands as close to the right foot as possible. And maybe the right hand takes the right ankle, and maybe you can even walk the left hand over to take the right ankle for a little balance pose. Squeezing that left leg just a little bit higher. Begin to roll that left foot around, lubricating the ankle joint, and spin it in the opposite direction. Take a last inhale, left leg lifts even higher. And exhale, left foot down next to the right, forward bend, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold forward, gaze to the tip of the nose. With a flat back, push through the heels, inhale, rise all the way up to stand. And exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Set the gaze on one point for Eagle Pose or Garudasana. This is an excellent release for the upper back right between the shoulder blades. Now slowly shift the weight to the left foot, bring the hands to the hips. Stabilize the lower body, bend the knees as deeply as possible. And as you inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, cross right leg over the left, as if you were crossing your legs sitting in a chair. Some of you will have the flexibility to wrap that right foot all the way around the left calf. This is not the goal. Just go as far as you can. Inhale, draw the navel in. And see if you can sit down a little lower on your exhale, squeezing the legs together, keeping the gaze on one point. When you're steady, breath still deep and free. Inhale, bring the arms out to the side. Draw the shoulder blades down the back. And as you exhale, cross that right arm underneath of the left. From here, bend the elbows and bring the back of the hands together. It's optional, you can wrap the palms around to face each other. Good. Now push the arms and the legs into each other to create the tension and traction to release and draw open between the shoulder blades. Slide the shoulder blades down the back. And if you're comfortable here, you can gently pull the forearms away from you. But keep sliding those shoulder blades down, lifting strongly at the navel. This is one of the best yoga poses to release the accumulated tension in the upper back, neck, and shoulders. One more breath. Inhale, really spread between the shoulder blades. Exhale, see if you can drop it a little bit deeper. Gaze is steady. And inhale, slowly rise. And unwind, release. Feet together. Inhale, circle the arms up and overhead. Palms together. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to the heart, Samastitihi. Switching to the other side. Set the gaze on one point, Garudasana, Eagle Pose. Shift the weight into the right foot, hands to the hips. Bend the knees as deeply as possible. Inhale when you're ready, lift the left leg up, and exhale, cross left leg over the right thigh. Again, optional, you can wrap that left foot all the way around the right leg. Spin the hips square back to the front. Inhale, draw the navel in. Exhale, sit down a little bit deeper, squeezing the legs into each other, keeping the gaze steady, and notice the breath deep and free. Inhale, bring the arms out to the side. Slide the shoulder blades down the back. And as you exhale, cross that left arm underneath of the right. Bend the elbows so the back of the hands come together. And optional, you can wrap the palms around to face each other. Good. Let the corners of the mouth turn upwards. Play with lowering a little bit deeper and squeeze the arms and the legs into each other to create tension and release and spread open between the shoulder blades. Take a full deep inhale, widening behind the heart, right between the shoulder blades. Draw the forearms away from the chest. Exhale, slide the shoulders, elbows, hips a little bit deeper. Inhale, lifting strongly at the navel. Pause. Inner smile as you exhale. And inhale, push up and very slowly unwind, release. Step the feet together, arms by your side. Moving on. Inhale, arms circle overhead. Press the palms together at the top, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward, hinge of the hips, Uttanasana. Inhale onto the fingertips. Draw the heart forward, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step the right foot back. Optional, drop the right knee down to the floor. Right toes can either stay tucked under for a little more stability, or you can let the back toes release to the floor. You'll let the hips sink down a little lower. Fingertips to the floor or on a block. On an inhale, coil the chest forward. Exhale, gently round the tail under, tuck the chin. Inhale, feel the hips dip forward, a little deeper stretch in the top of that right thigh and psoas. Exhale, round, release. Inhale, peel the chest forward here. Draw the navel in, and then walk the hands up to the top of that left thigh. Interlace the fingers on top of the left thigh. Set your gaze on one point in front of you. And then pushing down through the palms, draw the shoulder blades down the back. Scissor those hips to square off the pelvis. And draw the navel in, lifting up through the lower belly. Good. Focus on a full, deep Ujjayi breath here. Inhale, extend the arms up and overhead, squeezing the hips together like they're in a vice grip. Exhale, shoulder blades slide down the back. Take an inhale, really lengthening through both sides of the waist. And bend the elbows down to the side as you exhale. We're going to massage into the upper back. Inhale, peel the chest open, spread the arms wide. Exhale, round through the upper back, arms cross over each other in front of you. Inhale, coil the chest open, arms reaching out like butterfly wings. Exhale, round, opposite arm on top. One more. Inhale, chest spreads wide. Take a deep, full breath. And exhale, release the hands down to the floor, on the fingertips or on the blocks. Slowly kicking the left leg as straight as possible, Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. You may have the left knee slightly bent here, or some of you can straighten that left leg all the way. Using a simple vinyasa to gradually release into the stretch, inhale, pull the chest forward, and exhale, reaching out, fold over that left leg. Again, inhale, coming up halfway, lift the chest, draw longer through the spine. Exhale, reach out, fold forward. One more time. Inhale, lengthen vertebrae by vertebrae, extending through the crown of the head. Exhale, fold forward and hold it here. Relax the head and the neck. Notice the sound of the breath. Deep, hollow breathing as you pull the breath over the back of the throat, filling the lungs completely. The longer you hold your stretches, the more you bring the work of the pose out of the musculature and into the connective tissue of the tendons, ligaments, and fascia. This is particularly effective to increase blood flow and to help relieve symptoms of arthritis, restless leg syndrome, or fibromyalgia. Please be sure that you're not overstretching the hamstring here. Very slowly walk yourself back up, bending the left knee. If you need to, baby hop the right foot forward. Walk the hands forward, and then on an inhale, lengthen through the spine, pull the chest forward, right leg lifting. Exhale, fold down over that left leg. Lift the right leg a little higher to your own degree. You can have one or both of the knees bent if you need to. Just empty the head and the neck, let it dangle freely. Draw the hands a little closer to the left foot, maybe one hand or both hands clasping the left ankle. Inhale, squeeze that right leg up a little higher, spread the toes and roll that right foot around, opening the ankle joints. And exhaling, spin it in the opposite direction. One more inhale, reach right leg up. And exhale, release the right foot down next to the left. Good work. Inhale up onto the fingertips, Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale this time, step back to push-up position. Either stay in plank or you can drop the knees if you need to. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. On an inhale, lengthen through the spine. And very slowly, knees or straight legs, exhaling lower to the floor. Good. Let the toes go here, releasing. Notice the hands are directly under the shoulders. On an inhale, reach back through the toes, slowly rise into low cobra, Bhujangasana. Hips are on the floor. As you exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Just pause here for a few breaths. Downward facing dog is one of the most comprehensive asanas or poses. Lengthening out the spine, the lower back, the shoulders, and particularly the hamstrings. Notice that the hands are shoulder distance apart, feet are hip distance apart. The ears are right between the biceps. And then set the gaze on one point on your mat, maybe between the feet, and follow the breath. If you'd like, you can walk your down dog out, bending one knee, reaching through the opposite heel, and then bending the other knee, and then extend down through both heels. See if you can press even more through the palms to lift the tail up and back, stretching the full length of the spine. Last full inhale. And as you exhale, release the knees down to the floor. Inhale on the hands and the knees. Coil the chest open, shoulders away from the ears, cow stretch. And as you exhale, keep the feet tucked on the floor, knees down, and drop the chest between the hands, chin to the floor. Make sure that you're lifting up through that lower belly, navel drawing in and up. It's called Ashtanga Asana, or 8 parts bowing. Take one more inhale, and then plant the pubic bone down on the floor and gently walk the legs back. Notice the hands are right under the shoulders. Breathe slowly. Inhale, low cobra, Bhujangasana, chest lifting, roll the shoulders down the back. And exhale, slowly lower the forehead down to the floor. We're going to open more through the shoulder joints here, increasing your range of motion in the upper back. Good, keep the legs strong, and this time as if you're swimming a breaststroke. Inhale, sweep the arms forward underneath, and exhale, wrap the arms around behind you. Inhale, arms all the way forward and around. Exhale, arms reach out and back. Inhale, lengthen forward. And this time as you exhale, interlace the fingers behind you. Press the top of the feet down for stability, and then roll the shoulders down the back. Good, press down through the pubic bone to lift the chest up. The key to getting a deep shoulder opener here is to make sure that the legs are working, top of the feet pressing, thighs lifting. So we're going to take it into a little upper body twist here. Keep the hip bones pressing down, and with the breath free and deep, lift the chest a little higher, and then begin to rotate the chest to the right. Make sure you're really anchoring down through the pubic bone, tail sliding back between the heels. Take one more inhale, fist pulls behind you towards that left foot, and exhale back to the center and release. Good. Switch the way you have your hands interlaced, opposite index finger and thumb on top. Again, plant down through the feet, and inhale, coil up through the chest. Exhale, anchor down through the pubic bone, the hip bones, and then inhale, rotate the chest open to the left. Exhale, gently rolling the head and neck side to side, let it loosen up. Inhale, finding a little bit more space in the chest and the rib cage. Pull the fist towards the right foot behind you, and exhale, come back into the center and release it down. Good, bring the hands right under the shoulders. Gently press up to the hands and the knees, and back to child's pose, Balasana. Hips to the heels, and if it's comfortable, bring the arms down by your side. If it's too much with the arms down by your side, you can make a fist with each hand and stack them under the forehead, or you can place a block under the forehead. We want to allow the head and the neck to release here, as well as widening and opening the lower back. Close the eyes for a moment, let the shoulders completely relax. The lower back is often tight simply due to the compression of gravity and all the body weight that it carries all day long. So let's just give the lower back some love here with a few deep, full breaths. Imagine the breath sweeping all the way up and down the spine. One more inhale. And exhale, reach the arms forward. Inhale, come up onto the hands and the knees. Hands are directly under the shoulders, knees are right under the hips, and tuck the toes under. Very simply following your breath. You're going to roll the hips all the way around in big giant circles. Good, let the hips roll back, and you can bend the elbows here, roll through the chest too. It's important to move the spine in all directions to keep all the lines of energy and the vertebrae and discs malleable and well oiled with fresh oxygenated blood. Let's switch directions. We want to open the lateral muscles lining the spinal column, which helps to increase the circulation of synovial spinal fluid. Roll through the full circumference of the hips. Take an inhale. And again, you can bend the elbows, free form motion. There's no right way to do this particular pose. Just letting the body move intuitively in a way that feels therapeutic, circular, and a spiraling form. Last one. Come back into the center. Moving into Virasana. Slowly bring the knees together as close as possible and separate the feet wider than your hips. And gently begin to walk back on your fingertips. So the hips start to sink down between the heels. And if it ever becomes too much, you simply slide a block or a towel underneath of your hips to support you. You may be able to go further, lowering all the way down into the forearms, or possibly all the way down onto your back. And just listen to your body, take the version that's right for you. Turn your attention back to the breath. Slow, deep inhales and exhales. Just notice the toes are pointing straight back behind you instead of flopping out to the side. Virasana is one of the best stretches for the lower body, working the internal rotation of the hips, the knees, ankles, and the feet. Stretching the quadriceps and the giant psoas muscle that wraps from the base of the spine all the way around to the top of the thighs. It's extremely helpful for maintaining the malleability of the joints and the elasticity of the connective tissue. And take another breath or two here. Eyes are soft. Just notice your attitude. If you can soften the mouth, soften the jaw. And very slowly begin to come back up. Walk forward to the hands and the knees, and then lying all the way flat on your stomach. Let the legs walk out behind you, opening up the backs of the legs and the knees. Just turn the head to one side. Bend the knees and let the feet easily windshield wiper side to side, rolling out through the lower back. And then circle the legs around, loosening the lower back, big deep breaths. And switch directions. Hip sockets are the largest joint in the body, surrounded by the largest muscle tissue, so they naturally hold the most tension. Good. From here, gently roll over onto your left side, and then rolling onto your back. Hug the knees into the chest. Bring the forehead up to the knees and round it in. Take an inhale, lift it up. Exhale, release. Gently squeeze the knees into the chest. And bring both knees over to the left for a full spinal twist. Keep both knees together as close as possible, bringing the knees to the chest. So when you twist, the knees land higher, and this will help bring the twist into the harder to reach upper back or thoracic spine. Bring the right arm down to the floor, shoulder height. Roll that right shoulder blade down the back, anchoring it into the floor. Optional, can gaze out over that right shoulder. Take a full deep breath all the way up and down the S curve of the spine. Melt it in a little deeper as you exhale. And then inhale, come back to the center. Draw the legs in and over to the right. Knees and ankles stay stacked. Rotate the chest to the left, anchoring the pose with the left shoulder blade rooting down to the floor. Relax the head and the neck. Optional, looking out over the left shoulder. Eyes soft. Feel the breath flowing evenly all the way up and down the spine. Take a full inhale into the lower back, widening and releasing. Soften here as you exhale. And bring the knees back into the center. Inhale, bring the forehead to the knees, squeeze everything in. And exhale, everything out completely, legs and arms extending. Walk the shoulders down away from the ears. Legs walk down out of the hip sockets. And turn the palms to face upwards towards the sky. Feet roll open about 1.5 feet apart. Hands about 1 foot away from the torso. Eyes are closed for final resting pose, Shavasana. If you have anything to cover your eyes, a t-shirt, a towel, an eye pillow, it's highly recommended to allow the optical nerve to relax instead of processing the light. Feel the body settling into its natural space here. Notice if there's any last residual tension pouring out of the body. Notice the forehead softening, jaw softening, mouth softening. And then scan your inner life. Notice where you can soften your attitude around something or someone, beginning to unhook your grip of control. Opening your heart and mind to allow things and people to be exactly as they are. Flexibility is an attitude we carry through life and directly affects our quality of life, keeping us open, aware, and present to new possibilities. Take Take another full inhale. And exhale. And gently place the feet on the floor. Bring one hand to your lower belly, one hand to your heart. Just pause. And then rolling onto your right side, eyes closed, slowly bring yourself up to a seated cross-legged position, Sukhasana. You draw the shoulders down the back. Bring the hands to the knees, palms facing upwards, index and thumb together. Notice the chin parallel to the floor. Very simply, just observe. Take a moment of mindfulness meditation here. Simply breathing in and breathing out. Behind all the chaos, movement, and change in our lives, there's always a space of peace or shanti, a deep reservoir of calm. As soon as we turn our attention to the breath, we access this place of calm. This is a simple tool or homework that you can take with you wherever you go today. Whenever you notice that you become tense or anxious, simply place your attention on the quality of your breath, slowing it down, smoothing it out. Deep, full body breaths. 3 simple words. Relax, breathe, and feel. Bring your hands together at your heart. Bow the head towards the fingertips. Thank yourself for showing up for your practice today. Health and happiness is an inside job that only we can do for ourselves. And it's crucial to consistently stretch the body, mind, and heart to stay open and flexible amidst the challenges of daily life. The agility of the mind directly impacts the mobility and vibrancy of our bodies and the quality of our lives. Let's take one sound of Om together. Inhaling. And open your eyes. Thank you so much for practicing today. Namaste. Begin quietly in a seated position. You may sit up on a towel or block if you have tight hips or lower back. Relax the shoulders down the back, lengthening through the spine. With one hand on the lower belly and one hand on the heart, we'll take a deep inhale, completely filling the lungs. Gently pause, and opening the mouth, sigh it out, exhale. We'll start by cultivating the yogic breath, or Ujjayi Pranayama. The breath is the #1 factor in releasing stress from the body and mind. Ujjayi translates to mean victorious breath, becoming victorious over the turbulence of the mind. Closing the mouth, breathing in and out through the nose only. And bring the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Pull the breath over the base of the throat to create a hollow sound, like waves of the ocean. As you start to slow down and smooth out the breath, you naturally begin to slow down and smooth out the mind, creating more alpha or relaxed state in the mind. Just listen to the sound of the breath. Inhaling for 4 counts, fill the belly, fill the chest, slight pause at the top, and reversing the flow, exhaling for 4 counts, empty the chest, empty the abdomen, slight pause. Slowly inhale for 1, fill the belly 2, fill the chest 3, Inhaling 4. Exhale, empty the chest 4. 3. Empty the belly 2. Navel to the spine 1. Again, inhale 4 counts. 1, 2. Fill the chest 3. Into the upper heart 4. Empty the chest 4. 3. Empty the belly 2. Navel to the spine 1. Good, 2 more rounds. Inhale for 1, 2. Fill the upper back. Inhale 4. Pause at the top. Exhale, gently releasing 4, 3, 2. Navel to the spine 1. Slight pause. Last one. Inhale, fill the belly 1, 2. Upper chest 3, 4. Exhale 4, 3. Calmly release 2. Navel to the spine 1. Scan your body here. Identify the area in the body where you feel the most tension and draw an imaginary outline around this tension or hot spot. Take a couple of deep breaths. Imagine the breath like water gently pooling to relax the tissue. Focus on the spot throughout your practice, breathing in and out into this area. Release the hands. Slightly flex the feet, pulling the breath all the way down to the periphery, gently lengthening the spine. Drop the chin to the chest, hands relaxed. Inhale, roll the head to the right. Exhale, chin to the chest. Inhale, head rolls back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, switch directions, head to the left. Open the throat. Exhale, forward. Inhale, peel the head back. And as you exhale, chin to the chest. Perfect. Bring the head back into neutral, chin parallel. Slowly, inhale, circle the arms up, palms together at the top. And exhale, turn the palms around. Again, inhale, circle up. Notice the feet gently active. Exhale, press the palms down and out. One more time. Inhale, circle it up. Exhale this time, hands to the heart. Close the eyes. Bow the head to the fingertips and set your intention, Sankalpa. Choose the most stressful aspect of your life, maybe a relationship, work, or finances. Dedicate your practice to create the patience, trust, non-judgment, and compassion to meet this situation with mindfulness and surrender. Ask that this practice release any unnecessary tension, body, mind, and heart. Let's start with an Om. Take a full inhale. And gently release the hands. Bring the opposite leg in front. Shins are crossed in the midline. Feet slightly flexed and knees a little closer aligned with the hips. Return to the breath, inhaling and exhaling with a hollow sound at the back of the throat. We'll start by opening the upper back, chest, and neck. Inhale, circle the arms up. Release the left hand down to the floor as you exhale. Root down through the sit bones. Reach up and out to the left. Roll the left shoulder blade down the back. Whether your flexibility allows you to go here to the floor or here, doesn't matter. Just keep the hips grounded, extending through the waist. Feel more space and lightness through the chest. Come back up. Inhale, extend the left arm up. Gently reach out of the left waist. And exhale, fold. Spin the torso towards the sky. You may have flexibility to come onto the forearm or stay on the hand. Deep, full breaths. Gently spiral the left pinky finger and arm towards the floor. Notice the hollow sound of the breath. Exhale, come back to the top. Circle both arms up to the top, interlacing the fingers. Press the palms straight up. Exhale, draw the shoulders down. Extend down through the base of the spine. Gently squeeze the elbows together at the top. And as you exhale, twisting to the right. Lift up out of the waist. Gently rotating from the base of the spine, releasing tension along the spine. Twisting revitalizes the system by balancing, releasing the stress hormones. Release the left hand to the left knee, right arm comes behind. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, slowly rotate. Notice the breath relaxed and deep. You may choose to bring that left hand across the body, outside of the right knee. Soften the face, with your gaze gently resting on one point. Quietly return to the center. Again, switch the opposite leg in front. Circle the arms up. Interlace the opposite index and finger, pressing the palms. Exhale, shoulder blades down the back. Notice the belly lifting in and up. Inhale, extend through the spine. Exhale, rotating to the left. Take a deep, healing inhale. Gently rotating a little deeper as you exhale. And release. The right hand to the right knee. And the left arm comes behind. Allow the gaze to gently rest on one point. Notice an inner smile while the breath smoothly sweeps through the entire body. Optional, you can bring the right hand across to the left knee. Take a nourishing deep inhale. And release to the center. Good. Plant the feet in front, hip distance. Bring the hands to the knees. Release remaining tension in the spine and the neck. On an inhale, draw the chest open. Arching. Exhale, rounding through the upper back. Inhale. Chest peels wide. Bring that attention to the hot spot. Breathing into it. Exhale, rounding between the shoulder blades. One more full, rich inhale. Fill the lungs. Exhale, round. Good. Come back to the center. Sit tall. Notice your Ujjayi breathing. 4 counts in. And 4 counts out. Separate the feet a little bit wider, turning the toes out away from each other. We're going to stretch into the upper back and shoulder blades, where we tend to accumulate a lot of stress, especially from driving and hunching over the computer all day. Inhale, lift through the lower belly. Exhale, bring the left hand across outside of the right foot. If it's too much, you can bring the hand to the shin or knee. The right fingertips come behind you. Rounding into the upper back, tuck the chin into the shoulder, and gently draw the feet away from each other to get a little more leverage underneath the left shoulder blade. Easily roll the head side to side, releasing tension in the neck. And inhale. Quietly come back to the center. Again, pause in the center. Close your eyes. It's important to recognize what openness and freedom in the body feels like. Sometimes tension in the body becomes a habit, and we're unaware of how we inadvertently tighten. Notice freedom and lightness in the body. Come back to the breath. Turn the feet out. Lift through the spine. Right hand outside of the left foot. If it's too much, hand can come to the knee or the shin. Rounding into the upper back, drop the chin to the chest, rolling the head gently side to side, releasing the neck, shoulders, and upper back. Stretch to your own degree under that shoulder blade, feeling the release. And come back to the center. Take a simple cross-legged position or Sukhasana. We're moving on to lion's breath, Samhasana. This is one of the most effective stress release tools to clear tension out of the mind, the face, the forehead, and jaw. This may help release accumulated stress in the throat, so let's clear it out. Hands to the knees. You'll take a big inhale, filling the lungs. And as you exhale, open the eyes wide, sticking the tongue out, and let out a big lion's roar. Here we go. Full inhale, everything tight. Open the mouth, tongue hanging out. Again. Inhale, fill the lungs, close the eyes. Open the mouth, tongue hanging out, eyes wide. Great. One more time. Full inhale, fill the lungs, squeeze it in. Eyes wide, tongue hanging out. Great work. Just observe for a moment. We often carry an immense amount of tension in the face and jaw, which can lead to anxiety or possibly even tension headaches. Sounding is one of the best ways to discharge this energy. Release the legs straight forward and gently draw the left foot to the right inner thigh for Janu Shirshasana to release the lower back, another common pocket of stress. Exhale the fingertips forward. You may want to use blocks to modify, keeping the back flat or the hands on the floor. Notice the right toes pull towards you and the hips are squared to the front. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Reach out as far as is comfortable. As you exhale, fold forward, relaxing the head and the neck. 4 counts in and 4 counts out. On your next inhale, lift the chest slightly, lengthen through the spine, and exhale, feeling the breath, expelling tension from the body. Some of you will be up here on the fingertips, and some of you will be all the way down. It doesn't matter where you end up, just go where your body wants to go today. Your breath is your barometer. Maintaining a full deep breath, stay where you are. If your breath becomes constricted, back out of the pose just a little bit. Reconnect to the area where you feel the most tension or hot spot and breathe into it. Relax the face, relax the jaw. Inhale, gently lift, and exhale, walk yourself back up. As you transition, notice you're moving slowly and gracefully. Left knee pulls into the chest, with the left foot a couple of inches away from the right knee. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Inhale, interlace the fingers, lift through the chest. And as you exhale, wrap the right arm all the way around the left shin to twist. Extend the left arm up and circle the left arm behind you. Exhale, wrap the right arm all the way around. And if you'd like to take it further, you may extend the right elbow up and outside of the left knee. Good. Take an inhale. Open the chest. Exhaling, rotating from the base of the spine. Lengthen. And exhaling, gently come back to the center. And taking it slowly into a hip stretch. Left foot comes across the right knee, and the right foot underneath of the left leg. Ankle on top of knee, knee on top of ankle. If this is too much and you're being pushed forward, you just bring the top leg in front, Indian style. Take a deep, calming inhale. Draw the flesh of the buttocks out from behind. Lengthen the spine. Just walking out to your own degree. Fold forward. Again, notice the breath. Full, deep, nourishing inhales. And exhales. Feel the breath siphoning into that area of tension, like water pooling, gently stretching it out. Inhaling, focus on the word let. Exhale, go. Breath has a direct calming effect on the nervous system, acting like a brake to slow down the mind. As you slow down the breath, you slow down the waves of the mind, creating a more alpha or relaxed state. Less reactive. Relax into your stretch. And inhale. Slowly come back up. Good. Extend the left leg straight forward. Bring the right foot to the inner thigh. Janu Sirsasana. Fingertips on either side of the left leg. Hips squared to the center. On an inhale, lengthen through the crown. And exhale, walking forward. Whenever you begin to round the back, that's where you pause. Extend through the spine and soften the shoulders, the head, and the neck. Inhale, lengthen. Folding as far as you're comfortable with. Exhale. 4 counts in. 4 counts out. The key of forward bends is to go for the length of the spine and not the depth. Gently draw the tail and the crown away from each other. Feel for more space and releasing tension in the hamstring and lower back. Walk it up and hug the right knee into the chest. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Move slowly and mindfully. Right foot is planted. Lift through the spine. Inhale, right arm up and around behind you. On an exhale from the navel, gently rotate, twisting from the base of the spine. Lengthen through the crown of the head. If you have more flexibility, you can bring the elbow to the outside of the right knee. Extend through the spine. Set the gaze on one point and gently rotate one vertebrae at a time. Deep breaths. And release. Bring the right foot on top of the left knee. and the left foot slides under the right leg. Double pigeon pose, or Agni Stambhasana. Shins parallel to the front edge of the mat. If it's too much, simply bring the top foot in front, Indian style. Take an inhale, lengthen out of the waist, and exhale, fold forward. On an inhale, extend forward, keeping the back flat, folding in. Shoulders, head, and neck relax. Close the eyes here. Notice the hollow sound of the breath pulling over the back of the throat. Letting that breath like water pool into that spot of tightness or tension. Inner smile. Mindfulness is to simply observe what is without judgment. Take a moment to simply observe where you might feel tension in the body or tightness. Slowly walk yourself back up, transitioning mindfully. We'll take a spread leg forward bend, Upavishta Konasana, to release tension in the lower back. Extend the legs out into a V shape to the corners of your mat, or as far as is comfortable. Notice the toes and kneecaps are facing straight up, and draw the flesh of the buttocks out from underneath of you. If this is too much, you can slide a blanket or a block underneath the hips. With the fingertips behind you, roll the shoulders down and back. On an inhale, lengthen through the spine. Be generous with yourself. This may be enough, so simply stay here. Or if you have more flexibility, walk the hands forward, relax the shoulder blades. Take another breath, draw the spine longer, and walk out to your own degree, patiently letting your body open in its own time. Ease forward. Release tension from your muscles with each exhale. You may feel this in the inner thighs, hamstrings, or lower back. Take your time to settle into your version of this pose. Pull the breath all the way down, sweeping through the larger muscles of the thighs, the hamstrings, the lower back. From a yogic perspective, the primary determinant for anti-aging is circulation. While you hold these poses, feel the prana or breath circulating through the whole body, gently rejuvenating your organs and calming your mind. Gradually walk it up, and as you exhale, bring the right foot in, Parivrtta Janu Shirshasana. Left hand to the left shin, extending that right arm up and overhead. Gently twisting the torso towards the sky, lengthen through the left waist, and right arm wrapping towards the floor. Rooting down through that right hip. Inhale, extend through both sides of the rib cage. If you have the flexibility, you can take one hand or both hands to the left foot. Let's just focus on deep, full breaths, opening the chest, letting all the muscles around the rib cage soften and widen. Slowly walk yourself down the center and back up to the top. Gently switch sides. Left foot comes in, right leg extends, Janu Shirshasana. As you transition, notice you're maneuvering around that point of tightness or hot spot, breathing into it. Right hand to the right shin, left arm extends up and overhead. Lengthen the spine, rotating left arm towards the floor. Inhale, lengthen. Optional to take hold of the right foot like this, or keeping that left arm straight up in the air. Settle into your version of the pose, rotating the torso towards the sky. Deep inhales. and exhales. Walk yourself down the center and quietly back up to the top. Next, we'll take a simple breath technique to calm the mind and balance the right and left hemispheres of the brain. Nadi Shodhana, or alternate nostril breathing. Take a cross-legged position. Lift the right arm, elbow at a 45-degree angle. Close the right nostril with the thumb. Inhale slowly through the left. Pause, closing the left, and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Slight pause at the top, and exhaling through the left nostril, left hemisphere. Inhale back through the left. Left side of the body connected to the right brain, intuitive, creative. Close the left nostril. Exhale through the right. Again, inhale through the right side. Right side of the body connected to the left brain, logical, linear. Close the right nostril. And exhale through the left side. Last round. Inhale through the left. Close the left nostril. And exhale right. Inhale back through the right. Close the right. And exhaling left. Beautiful. Release the arm. Close the eyes. Take a moment, simply observe. Last pose. Come forward to the hands and the knees. Place the hands a little wider than the shoulders and drop the head to the floor for a simple cranial massage. You're going to roll around on the top of the head and all the way to the sides, back and forth. Gently massaging across the head, the forehead, the sides of the neck, the shoulders, and the upper back. Remember, there is no right way to do this, just an easy massage for the scalp to relax, perhaps the most overused area of the body, the brain. This cranial massage helps release much accumulated tension that lodges around the head and the skull. Enjoy the release. And come back up and bring the legs around in front of you. Simply bring the knees together and roll down onto your back. Hug the knees into the chest, one knee in either hand. Gently pumping the knees in, fresh blood into the lower back. And draw the knees in, peel the knees away from each other. Exhale, knees back together. Inhale, roll the legs open, massaging the hip sockets. Exhale, legs together. Inhale, peel them apart. And exhale together. Plant the feet on the floor, hip distance. Gently windshield wiper the knees side to side, loosening the lower back. Notice your deep, full inhales and exhales. And bring the knees back together. Forehead up to meet the knees, rounding in. And place the soles of the feet on the floor. Let the knees fall apart for butterfly pose or Supta Baddha Konasana. Arms are down by your side. Gently walk the shoulders away from the ears. Eyes are closed. This is one of the best restorative poses to calm the nervous system. Take a couple of deep breaths, soaking up all the fresh oxygenated blood and new clear energy that you just created. Feel any last tension pouring down into the earth. Bring the knees slowly together, forehead to the knees, squeezing it in, everything tight, 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 and gently release it out. Extend the legs down in front of you for final resting pose, Shavasana. Legs fall open a little wider than hip distance apart. Roll the hips side to side. Arms walk down. Shoulders away from the ears. Shake it out. Bring the hands together, thumbs to the forehead. And gently give yourself a brief massage. This helps stimulate the pituitary gland. And you might extend, rolling through the face, the jaw, the forehead, the skull, shoulders, back of the neck. Arms down by your side. Take a last full inhale, pulling the breath in, completely filling the lungs. And opening the mouth, exhale, sigh it out. Give the mind permission to do nothing, just for 2 minutes out of your day. Simply be. Eyes relax, forehead, jaw relaxes. Feel a state of well-being, state of goodness. Scan the body. Notice if there's anywhere you might still be gripping or holding. And simply let go. Give yourself permission to soften, open, and receive. Receiving lightness. Receiving goodness. Releasing stress is about letting go of our expectations and agendas. Trusting exactly what is in our lives, instead of needing to change, fix, or even understand. Complete surrender. Inhaling, let. Exhaling, go. Gently bend the knees. Roll over onto your right side, bringing yourself up to a seated cross-legged position. Relax the shoulder blades down the back. Turn the palms upward. Index and thumb together. Eyes are closed. Again, just taking a moment to simply be. Not trying to meditate, but just being right here, right now. Notice the subtle nuances without needing to label anything good or bad. Practicing Santosha. Bring the hands together, palms at the heart, and bow the head to your fingertips. Thank yourself for showing up for your practice today to create a calm mind, strong body, and open heart. Let's take a full inhale, ending with the sound of Om. Open the eyes. Namaste. I look forward to practicing with you again soon.